Welcome back to the Donkey Kong Country Returns place. The place to be. We're at World 7. World 7's a factory, and apparently in any platform I've ever played, World 7 always tends to be the most interesting one. You know, you've had your Pipeline, some of them Cloud Worlds. It's all the good stuff for all the factories of the world. That's why I was told there was industrial revolutions in Kong Island. And if you don't like it, well, make better machines that don't pollute the environment. That's what I'm saying. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. That shell broke it up. I'm not sure what that was. Maybe a half sideways pumpkin? First off, in our factory, we have the foggy fumes. And as we know, I'm full of it. Hot air, that is. Who's to trust what I'm going to say to you, the person over there? Foggiest of ideas. We don't know. It's another one of those silhouette levels. I hope you enjoy, because I didn't get enough of the first one. Well, that means we don't have to worry about any stupid bonus areas. We can just go trouncing along. You're going to really want to focus on using your monkey lungs to get rid of the smoke. You know, just blow that away. If only factories would vape instead of smoke. Just a consequence of art imitating life, I suppose. Although sometimes life imitates art because it's people making the art. They say that art can make more sense than what's actually going on. Because, you know, people make it to make sense. So you try to sense what they sense. If you spin this fan enough, you could get some rewards if you collect all the bananas and you get a little thing. It probably could be a puzzle piece. Let's see what it is. Maybe it's a one-up balloon? It's a one-up balloon. Sometimes when I do that, it's a puzzle piece. Sometimes it could just be anything. Sometimes there could be screwdrivers that can glow blue despite the lack of color in our monochromatic gray dust world. Mr. Game & Watch would like to let you know that he still exists. And that this is a property of Nintendo. He's working away. That is a weird cameo to have, but hey, you know, Smash Brothers and all that remind me of that being a thing. So yeah, Mr. Game & Watch is just randomly in Donkey Kong Country Returns. Kind of the year of Luigi before Luigi, which was around 2013. And for a while, I thought it was going to be year of Luigi for like quite a number of years. I kept just seeing Luigis everywhere. It's an era that really only exists in the time of the Wii U, honestly. The year of Luigi, and that's a shame. Also, those NES remix titles, I think they may have released both of them for Switch, I'm not sure, but I kind of like those weird things, because it was like, it's kind of like having an achievement system for old games, but kind of modifying them in a certain ways. It was really cool. I blow my air, and I make the front factory look 8-bititized. Tell us all what you think of the pig, the porkiest of pigs. He is not porky as you might think, but I must say the smoke compost unit is not favorable to my breathing apparatus. Bump, 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 bum-a-da-bump, bum-a-da-bump. You know what really grinds my gears? You, America. Fuck you. Man, sorry, that show doesn't really hold up now, does it? That's a shame. It could have had. I guess after it got, like, off the air after a few years, they're just like, I don't know. The head writer stopped writing it for quite a while, so I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell. He just decided, I'm gonna do better shit. And then he did better shit. So, yep. Don't let your baby creations go or they become something else. They don't belong to you anymore. And we spin it again. It's like double flippers, pinballs on the ring. Gotta go into that cannon and launch your monkey beyond the fire things. Yeah, smooth jazz for the Donkey Kong. Smooth jazz and swing. So appropriate. My god. I'm telling you. You can use any music genre you want now. Any of them. Although, typically you think, well, what kind of video game music was in the early times? Would you believe disco and, like, New Jack Swing and like, electronica and stuff? Because those were a thing. It's just you would have thought, oh, it's video game music. No, that's just the chiptune expressing itself. Believe me. It's just the choice of instrument which leads you to believe that a video game is a music genre. I wouldn't say that. I really wouldn't. I don't think of music that way. Now, it makes sense if you're using music as the purpose of the, you know, atmospheric type. I've seen some later musics in some video games being really just not really there and atmospheric. Kind of a score against Breath of the Wild, even though it does use music. It's not like everywhere, which is an odd choice. Not about nearly as odd as them removing what I consider to be dungeons in place of single room challenge things. Which, okay, but you really took it away the Zelda experience from me. Like, come on. Attention, attention factories. We have launched a puzzle piece initiative for all monkeys to collect under penalty of perjury of factory law. Nanners, nanners. Up in my planners. Up in that monkey business when I lost my nephew. I don't know, I'm down to 1 heart, but I hope to get my health back soon. I got the bananas that means another one up balloon. You come down to the factory to get your doubloons. Let's press that big button in just a moment. You know, as good as this music is, it's not really the factory music now, is it? We'll get that. That's the kind of shit I'm into. Factory music like that, what Dr. Crygor is in the latest WarioWare game. I love that shit, to be honest with you. So yeah, we just cleared away the smoke by turning on the big-ass fans. You know, because apparently the factory forgot its venting machine went offline. I feel that. I feel that because, you know, when you have computers for a while and you're like, oh, what's going on? And you're like, oh, I gotta fix the fan. And so you fix the fan and all of a sudden all the smoke and dust go push. I'm not worried. You are worried. You're worried about me, friends. The friends of our times. Let's do a real factory level. I mean, opening up a silhouette is beautiful. But let's really get into the heart of the factory, in which it has no heart, no soul. This Kong has a funky mole. Slamming! Let's burn! I mean, steel. That is. But yeah, really love the factory music. Would recommend 10 out of 10. Yep, so I live here, if you don't know. Factory levels are kind of my thing. It's just that and like industrial electronic stuff. I've always been like that. It has to do with machines being in my DNA for like generations. I'm not kidding, by the way. It's okay. I like that when you get the Diddy Kong barrel. Like, it restores all your health, not just Diddy's health. That's interesting. I didn't know barrels work that way. But they do. We got clockwork chickens. We got electricity. We got smashing pistons. Yeah, we're firing on all cylinders now. Got on my cylinders. Cylindrically. I like my cylinders the way I like my students. Graduated. Alright. Step on that guy. Some of those chicken things can be explosive also, so I look out when you run into something like that. Although we're not really inside the, like, even though this is another factory level, we're not actually inside the factory quite yet. We'll get there. It'll be sort of an indoor romp. We just kind of, some of the walls are busted off. I'm still tended to believe it's left over from Creme Croc Industries in the first game, but hey. Gonna smash it. Gonna get that pig. Tutorial pig is just everywhere where you don't expect him to be. Yeah, stuff up here, in between the piston, and your life. Your life and my life. Factories are the hard life. Yeah. Do you work in a factory? Like, the one job I can understand being automated is someone working in a factory. Like, if it's a repetitive task, you know? Not that you shouldn't use machines, but just that, you know, if you're doing things that you don't really need to be doing, I understand. Alright, get your bananas out of your ring and into your brick house. Builds like one, talks like one, walks like one. It's a duck. Made of bananas! Come with me to Banana Land. Oh yeah. Ah! Wow, okay. Way to launch me into a possibly deadly scenario. It's weird how if you blow the fan and then just pops the light bulb, like, that's fucked up, dude. I guess what's happening is I'm short-circuiting the bulb and it's going... But still, come on. Should not make it that easy to do. It's weird how we have, like, the mechanical version of the helicopter seats, too. Like, that's just strange, isn't it? I don't know if there's things to smack with my donkey hands yet, but we'll see. Ooh, fluorescent bulbs. They're very dangerous to touch. Oh, smoosh! Yeah, time to get smooshed. Flatten like a pancake. Like a monkey don't cake. Alright. Yeah. I don't know what these lightning orb things are, but they're basically the amps from Mario games. That's their role in life. They do the patterns, the electrical patterns. I don't know what they have to do with any tikis, but okay. How do tikis possess, like, again, like, tikis and machinery, like magic technology? How does that come together? When people combine magic technology, I wonder if they combine sci-fi and, like, fantasy as, like, the same thing. That's been a real problem for me, is when people combine those genres, because it's like, I mean, what they would call putting them both together speculative fiction. My whole thing is just that speculative fiction is just another way of saying something is fiction. Like, as opposed to anything else that's fiction. Like, that's all fiction. Of course all the genres are going to be the same. It's like saying rock is the same as classical because they're both music. No. Yeah, it's like saying ska is the same thing as black metal. No. It's really not. So. And yet you say, oh, but they're both rock types. Oh, they couldn't be any more different. Actually, the only way it could be more different is if it was, like, even more bright and cheery. I don't even recommend black metal, so. I'm just saying that as a contrast. It's not as even if I know what to look for there, but that's just me. Get that big ass key. Unlock the factory with an antique key that he just was holding on to. I think Cranky did us a solid, despite the fact that he wants money for it, and went around and collected the keys for us. Unless he locked the levels himself, I'm not sure. Luckily, they take away that mechanic and drop the freeze and replace it with, like, a secret level, or a secret exit system, which I like a lot. Really brings out the Mario world in all of us. Okay, this level is cool. It's about exactly what you think is going to happen. There's going to be hands, and they're going to be hazardous. It's great. It's really cool. Fist punch! Oh, fist bump. Oh, man. Guys, you ever play Sonic Forces? I'm thinking of that fist bump song. Oh, my God. I mean, people hate Sonic Forces, but I really don't mind it. It's Sonic Frontiers I don't really care about. Oh, well. I guess they had to try something. So, I mean, I appreciate that, but, you know, I don't think we need any more open world games. I think I'm tired of open world games. You think after trying a few Grand Theft Autos, but no, I've been giving them a chance, and, you know, I think it's time that we just kind of lay it down a bit. Because level designing in open world is pretty freaking hard, okay? Alright. Yeah, that's pretty freaking good. The bananas, I've got them. That fist is broken. Like my hand on prom night. Ugh. So sad. Okay, not really necessary, but hey, you know what? I cared to look, cared to shook the reading Painbow. Did you know at some point Reading Rainbow was taken off of PBS for some reason? It was kind of dumb. But I think... I can't remember his name, so let me just say Geordie LaForge, dude, is still doing something similar to that, but it's through like a different, like... I forget if it's like through a streaming service or like a phone app or something to encourage people to read. Or definitely children to read, so I mean, yeah. Just saying. My whole thing is if I decide to read fiction, because, I mean, yeah, I could. I think it's like saying, am I going to watch a video of anything? I just kind of read or watch whatever. Without any intention of it being fictional or non-fictional, just kind of... It's the internet. I think maybe the internet may have ruined reading for me, but no, that's not it at all. I just like video games that much. Get that puzzle piece! Show them you're mistaken for doubting you in the... Yeah. What is it that the cot says? It's like... It's not enough to simply kill your enemies. You must show them how wrong they are first to ever oppose you in the first place. It's like, if that's not insane, I don't know what is. But it's because he wants to be liked, you know. That's my personal giant eyeball. I keep one at the house. It keeps an eye on my shit. You know, it's pretty handy. You know, it's a big-ass eyeball. It looks at my computer. It tells me if anything's wrong. It checks on my animals. And it pushes the buttons. It's really good. Again, unnecessary background event, but, you know, I like it. A lot. I feel like much of the level design has become part of just architecting the background. Which, really, no one had to do, but they did it, and I think this game feels better as a result. And that's okay. You know, it didn't, again, didn't have to do that. It could just have had the level design this way without all this background information, but, you know, yeah, this is a very good example of that in action. To say I love factory levels would be yeah. Conveyor belts, electricity, lasers, pistons. Yeah. Everything mechanical must go on sale for free. I'm a Donkey Kong, and you are not. I'm the Kong of your tribes. I'm the tribe of your lives. Oh, the Eyeball Man. Where's he going? I think he went to get a new job. He's been fired for not keeping an eye on the factory enough to prevent little monkeys from coming inside. Although, never minding that, who the hell is this factory designed for? This thing is freaking huge. I don't even think the Kremlings need a factory this big. What the hell is up with the shit? Oh, I like how the hand is holding the barrel. It's really cute. But wait. There's more. We're doing the shell game now. But it kind of gets ruined because if you just wait long enough, their heads will pop out. And I do that on purpose so I know which one I'm in. I suggest you do the same. Of course, if you're really tactical, you can do it before that ever happens. Especially if you're trying to speedrun it. Tell me about all them speedruns. Tell me about the speedruns, George. Does a speedrun know about you? It doesn't know about you? Okay. I mean, that's really great, but, you know, I don't really care. I don't really care. No.
Only the handiest of hazards for my Donkey Kongs. Yeah. See you next time when Gaming Wolf continues in the factory, and maybe we'll have to push a few buttons in order to get ahead of the game. See you next time on Gaming Wolf Plays Z.